Hi, I'm hallucinating. Clayton Kershaw eyes Sunday for a return to the Dodgers and not a moment too soon. The Lakers have cut 3 of their assistant coaches while LeBron James pretty much wishes he was playing for anyone else. And the Sparks then did one better. They decided to fire a Lakers legend. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is Faithful Angelenos. Another week, another cross-country trip trying to make extra money in Joe Biden's America. I am hallucinating. I'm starting to see pink elephants just run back and forth, and they're juggling polka dot raccoons through rings of fire. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I do know we added a new subscriber yesterday, and I appreciate you for getting in on the ground floor. If you like the content we've been putting out about LA sports for the last 3 months, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. We put new videos out between 9 and 10 a.m. every day to let you know it's there. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And yes, comment, for I am not perfect. The Dodgers have lost 6 of 8 games. They started another road trip yesterday. They lost. They were shut out for the second time this year, this time by the Chicago White Sox, 4-0. The series picks up again today over in Chicago at 6 p.m. Tony Gonsolin is 6-0. He will face Johnny Cueto at 0-2. Before we get to the main topic, and yes, for once, it's going to be the LA Sparks. Let's get through the news and notes. Dodgers closer Craig Kimbrell, he is on paternity leave. It's up to 3 days he's away from the team. Phil Bickford got called up from Oklahoma City. In the meantime, we mentioned earlier, Clayton Kershaw, he's been out for a month with an issue in his sacroiliac joint. Basically, think of it as hip adjacent. But apparently things feel pretty good right now. He wants to come back. His first game, theoretically, would be Sunday in San Francisco. You know why I don't like doing Lakers updates? It's because sports writers like to stir up pointless drama with them every single day. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. It's not even smart. Now we're being told LeBron James doesn't even wants to play for the Golden State Warriors all over again because he thinks Draymond Green cussing him out is hilarious. Well, as long as the reason is legit. 3 assistants were fired by the new coaching staff coming in. Out are David Fizdale, Mike Penberthy, and John Lucas III. Meanwhile, for the Rams, rookie running back Kyron Williams, he broke his foot. He requires surgery. I wouldn't read too much into it. He should be back in time, okay for training camp. And meanwhile, for the Clippers, Terrence Mann says teammate Kawhi Leonard is working out almost every day, allegedly nearing a return. Let's get to the main topic. What do you say? Lakers legend Derek Fisher was fired as the coach of the LA Sparks on Tuesday. Now Fisher, I mentioned Lakers legend, and for even a team like that, I don't say it lightly. He won 5 NBA titles in an 18-year career in the NBA. He also previously served as coach of the NBA's Knicks with the Sparks. He finished 54-46. He was also their GM. But you may have never attended a Sparks game. I'm not going to lie, I sure as hell haven't. But for a league like the NBA, a league that has struggled to keep its financial footing, flagship teams have to be strong. Otherwise, the whole league goes to hell in a handbasket and folds, right? You need a team that is like, I don't know, the Cowboys are to the NFL, whereas all the merch allegedly gets sold to the superfans and this, that, and the other. The Sparks are one of 3 remaining original franchises. They also have 3 WNBA titles. You can't understate how important the LA Sparks are to this league, even if you've never seen a game. See, while the other teams in the WNBA, they'll play in gyms that are made outside of casinos, They'll play at these mid-level colleges. The Sparks are expected to draw fans to Crypto.com Arena. These are the things that help keep the league afloat. Because even though it's been around for a quarter century, it is not financially solvent. So the Sparks being good actually matter, and at 5-7, they're not. After missing the playoffs last year for the first time in a decade, they're not good. And Fisher, you could say, had to take the fall, but I think there's more to it than that. See, LA underwent an expensive makeover during the last offseason. If you could call a WNBA makeover expensive. And those moves so far have not panned out. They basically rebuilt the roster from the ground up. There's at least 8 players that were not part of the team last year. And the centerpiece of this rebuild was center Liz Cambridge. And how was it done? Again, 5-7. The problem, why did Fisher lose his job? Why would the Sparks play so poorly for an NBA legend? I have a guess. The problem to me is that Fisher, and this is strange because he played with NBA legends, Derek Fisher has been getting into scrapes with the league's top players. And in a socially conscious league like the WNBA, you can't get away with that. You see, LA used to have Candace Parker. Now, Candace Parker is as close to a household name as any the league will ever have. There aren't many. One is in a Russian prison right now. That's how lacking for star power this league really is. But Candace Parker had a falling out with Derek Fisher. See, he benched Parker during the 2019 WNBA conference finals. So they did not like each other. She did not let bygones be bygones. And eventually what wound up happening was she got traded over to Chicago. What happens? Chicago wins the WNBA title, and the Sparks are on the outside looking in. So then what happens after that? Well, they miss out on the playoffs. They go undergo this expensive makeover. And now all of a sudden, in the last game of Derek Fisher's tenure, Liz Cambridge only played 13 minutes. Now, I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but it seems to me you bench your star before. She demands a trade to Chicago. Now you bench your new star, and all of a sudden you're out of a job. See, to me, it seems like the smart money here is that the front office of the LA Sparks said, wait a second, we're seeing a trend here. You can't just go around pissing off our best players. So Fred Williams comes in. He is the interim coach for the rest of the year. Cambridge holds him in high regard because she played under him in Dallas. He's also been coaching in women's basketball for 40 years. His career goes all the way back to USC, back when USC was a national power. The Sparks, meanwhile, are also going to go a search for a new GM as well as a permanent coach. Permanent potential coaches include Delisha Milton-Jones, who won 2 WNBA titles with Los Angeles. So, having said that, this coaching search and GM search actually matters because if the Sparks keep bonking on these sort of moves, the league's actually in trouble. Your marquee franchise cannot be seen as unstable. But you tell me what you think. If you enjoyed today's content, then by all means like and subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're trying to build something special here with regards to LA sports, and frankly, every so often, we should talk women's sports. If you enjoyed this, thank you for watching. I'm James. I'll be back tomorrow when I'm alert. Maybe not hallucinating. Faithful Angelenos is a Guillen Cortez Queso production. Take care.